champion May 14th. The winner will be just the 6th undisputed champion in this current 4-belt system and the first undisputed champion at 154 pounds in this 4-belt era. Again, it is Saturday. It is May 14th, live on Showtime Championship Boxing from the Dignity Health Sports Park in Carson, California. It is the main event, the rematch of Charlo versus Castaño. It is headlining, and it's brought to you by Premier Boxing Champions. Listen, the Showtime Championship Boxing broadcast will begin at 9 p.m. Eastern. That is 6 o'clock Pacific time. And it will also feature the rising welterweight star, Jerron Boots Ennis, taking on the unbeaten Canadian Castillo Clayton. That's an IBF welterweight title eliminator. It's the co-main event. And then we're going to kick the broadcast off with Mexican contender Kevin Gonzalez putting his unbeaten record on the line against Puerto Rico's Emmanuel Rivera. It is a 10-round super bantamweight attraction. But again, it's really the main event is what all eyes, everyone will be watching as Charlo and Castaño will do it again and run it back. This fight is being promoted by Lions Only Promotions, TGB Promotions as well. And listen, that venue has become magic for the sport of boxing, obviously for Showtime as well. And people want to know how can they get tickets. You can purchase your tickets through AXS.com. Again, AXS.com to get tickets to be in the house. You certainly want to be in the house. We call it the Punch Bowl because it always brings a great atmosphere. It was an instant classic. The first time these two met, that was in the summer of last year, July. Charlo, Castaño, they went toe-to-toe for 12 rounds, and it was on Showtime Championship Boxing, back and forth until in the end, it was ruled a split decision draw. Each fighter believed that they had done enough, though, to win the fight and have their arm raised to be undisputed and will look to leave no doubt in the rematch. So without further ado, let me introduce the fighters from the main event. And we'll start with the unified champion. He's known as the Iron Man, 34, 1-1. He's got 18 knockouts. He is the WBA, the WBC, the IBF super welterweight champion of the world. He's Jermell Charlo, the pride of Houston, Texas. Right. And of course, the man he will be facing is Brian Castaño. He is the WBO world champion, 17-0, unbeaten, 2 draws, and 12 knockouts. Gentlemen, can't wait to see you two back in the ring. Jermell, let me start with you. I think the first question is, why will the rematch be different this time?
I mean, everybody want to know why the rematch is going to be different. I'm considered a puncher. I'm considered a boxer. So I got some things, some tricks I'm going to bring out the hat this time, you know. I hate that I didn't close out the fight the way I should have. And one thing Brian Castaño knows is, you know, he got his hands full again. And this time I'm going to be better, stronger. I'm going to be faster, be more relentless. I'm going to be the old school Jermell Charlo that y'all know of. Simple as that.
Brian, let me come to you. Same question. Mel says he's going to be bigger. He's going to be stronger. He's got a few new tricks for you this time around. You tell us why, champ, the rematch will be different.
Bueno, Brian, la pregunta es la siguiente. ¿Por qué esta revancha crees que va a ser distinta a la pelea original? Jermell dice acá que vas a tener las manos llenas con él, ya que él va a pelear como el Charlo de antes, como que no te va a dar respiro. ¿Vos qué decís? ¿Por qué Brian Castaño va a hacer que esta revancha sea distinta?
Yo creo que él sabe que soy un rival difícil, él sabe que la primera pelea la perdió y nada, yo voy a hacer mi trabajo, a mí no me importa si viene a hacer el Charlo de antes o el Charlo de ahora, a mí no me importa. Yo voy a hacer mi trabajo que vengo haciendo día a día y peleas son peleas. Yo hablo arriba del ring, a mí no me gusta pelear abajo y Y nada, voy a hacer mi trabajo. Yo creo que él sabe que adelante tiene un guerrero de verdad y le va a costar. Haga el trabajo que haga, yo voy a hacer mi trabajo.
Charlo knows that he's gonna be the one that has his hands full, and the fact that I won the first fight anyway. I don't like to talk outside the ring that much. I like to talk inside the ring, but I can tell you what, I'm a warrior, and I'm gonna bring my own relentlessness to inside the ring to show that I'm worthy of a win on Saturday. So regardless of what Charlo may say, new school, old school, bring it on. I don't care. I'm gonna be ready for whatever challenges come my way.
Mel, at the Spence fight, you talked with the media and you said, I'm going to knock Castaño out this time. You know, the last time you had, you did say that. The last time you had a rematch, that was against Tony Harrison, and you did just that. Tell us why you believe this time it's going to end in a stoppage.
Because you don't give people like me opportunities again. You don't let people come in the game and, you know, because I know what we fought for our whole life. And if you get an opportunity, being a brother like myself, you gotta seize that moment and that opportunity. I'm dead in focus, laser sharp right now, and I've been grinding since the complaint about your little bicep. I've been grinding. I didn't never stop. So what you did, you gave me more time to prepare my mind, prepare my body. I'm gonna be different. While you over there playing games and wanna, the little games, I'm gonna have your ass in that bitch crying. I'm gonna have your ass in that hurting. I don't care what they say. This is the time. This is my moment. This ain't about Brian Castaño. This is about the Charlo.
Brian, obviously Mel questions maybe the bicep injury that you had. He feels like you giving him extra time to prepare for you, but you also told the media, Brian, I don't want to leave it up to the judges this time, and I promise you I won't on May 14th. Tell us why you believe that you can stop Jermell Charlo this time.
Bueno, Brian Charlo cree que lo dejaste con vida de alguna manera, que lo dejaste tener esta segunda oportunidad para demostrar que vos no vas a tener una chance contra él. Pero vos también dijiste que esta vez no vas a dejar que los jueces decidan esta pelea y que vos lo vas a noquear. ¿Por qué? ¿Qué te hace pensar, qué te hace sentirte tan confiado de que vas a lograr que la pelea termine antes de la campana final?
Porque lo necesito. Es la pelea que para reivindicarme, para demostrarle que le gané limpiamente, y esta vez tengo que noquearlo. Yo estoy peleando, yo soy visitante, estoy peleando en su país, peleé en su casa, y en su casa toda la gente vio que le gané, y es más, toda la gente me alentó a mí, gran mayoría, casi la mitad, más de la mitad del estadio estaba alentándome a mí, diciendo que yo, un extranjero, me hice local en su propia casa, pero él dice que me va a noquear, que es más fuerte, bueno, que lo demuestre. Yo lo voy a estar esperando, yo hago mi trabajo. Y la rotura del bíceps son cosas que pasan, pueden pasar en el sparring, en el día a día, en el trabajo duro, porque realmente llevamos nuestro cuerpo al máximo. Pero lo que estuvo mal es andar hablando mierda, porque habló mierda diciendo que yo pospuse la pelea porque quería más tiempo. Yo no necesito tiempo para ganarle. No necesito tomar drogas para ganarle. No necesito nada extra para ganarle a este. Yo le gano tranquilamente y él sabe que le voy a ganar. Y que quiera noquear, que quiera tirar, a mí no me importa. Yo voy a hacer mi trabajo y él sabe que le va a doler, va a sufrir.
Okay, we'll do this in two parts, the knockout part and the injury part. As far as the knockout, I want it, I need it, I crave it, because it's my chance to redeem myself and show that I had won the first fight outright. I should have won it outright. And look, I went into his home city and I turned the crowd against him. More than half the people inside that stadium were rooting for me, the foreigner, instead of the hometown kid. So that's worth something. And now we're gonna fight in LA. We'll see what happens there. But I'm just gonna do my job. I'm gonna go try and show why I'm the best. And as far as the bicep injury, you can believe or not believe what you want. What bothers me is that you're talking shit, and I really don't appreciate that, because I don't need to cheat or take drugs or anything of the story. I don't need more time to face you. What I can do is go out there and do my job, but I did not need any more time or to make up anything to face you.
Okay. Mel, let me go to you. If you win this fight, it will be just a few days before your birthday. Nonetheless, it would make you undisputed and without a doubt, one of the most accomplished junior middleweights of all time. What would that mean to you?
All the time. You know what I'm saying? Time. Wanting to step up to the plate, be the best, and be greater than I can ever be. Testing myself, testing my abilities, understanding my ring gentlemanship, and just standing my ground. You know, I didn't come this far to give up. I didn't come this far to let somebody like this come beat me. I know my mistakes that I made. I paid attention very closely, and I'm gonna come capitalize on them. I'm gonna cross my T's and dot my I's. Simple as that.
Brian, before I ask you the same question, how much did that bother you to hear Jermell question your bicep injury and even allude to drug use?
Brian, ¿qué tanto te molestó que Charlo no solo haya cuestionado tu lesión en el bíceps, sino que también haya alegado que te dopaste? Lo acabas de decir, que te molestó, pero ¿qué fue lo que más te hirió quizás de esas acusaciones?
La verdad que no me sorprende, porque él es la clase de persona que es él. Él siempre trata de ensuciar a todos los peleadores que se enfrenta, a todos los trata de cheater, los trata a todos de tramposo, a todos de... Esto es así, yo creo que la inseguridad de él necesita a toda esa gente que le diga, oh, you're the champion, you're the best, y eso es lo que él necesita. Y también ensuciar a los otros peleadores. A mí, la verdad, me molesta la poca... el poco respeto hacia el deportista que tiene. Son cosas que pasan, una lesión puede pasar y se puede posponer la pelea. ¿Por qué yo tendría que tener más tiempo o necesitaría más tiempo para ganarle a él? La primera pelea fue una pelea cerrada, pero él sabe que se la gané. Y la segunda pelea va a ser peor, porque lo voy a noquear, y él sabe que va a ser una pelea dura. Y realmente molesta la forma que lo hace nomás, que siempre tiene que andar diciendo que él es el mejor y que todos hacen trampa. No soporta eso. Realmente es lo único que me molestó. Después, nada más.
Did it bother me? Yes. Did it surprise me? No, because that's the kind of person that he is. He's trying to mask his own insecurities, the constant need to be told that, oh, you're the champion, you're the best, look at how great you are, by trying to attack others. And the thing that bothered me the most, really, was the sheer lack of respect for a colleague, another athlete. I don't need more time to be here. Injuries happen. So what I want is just the respect that I'm warranted, that I should be given. And the first fight was a close one. The second one is going to be even worse for him because I'm going to knock him out.
Brian, let me follow up on that. What would it mean to you to win this fight, become the undisputed champion at 154? And listen, you go down in the record books as one of the most accomplished in this division. Martin, can you give the translation, please?
Oh, yeah, no, sorry. I didn't know that was for Brian. My bad. ¿Qué significaría para vos ser el campeón indiscutido de la división? El estar en el panteón de los grandes como campeón indiscutido, el primero de la historia de las 154 libras.
Seguro, obviamente. Uno siempre en el boxeo quiere hacer historia y quiere demostrar, ¿no?, que es uno de los mejores de su categoría, del mundo, estar entre los mejores libra por libra, que es algo que cualquier peleador de la élite del boxeo querría, pero para mí son peleas tras peleas que uno tiene que ir ganando, y el que se me ponga enfrente, sea Charlo, sea el que sea, vamos a tratar de dejar todo para salir victorioso y demostrarle también a la gente que acá tiene un guerrero que siempre va a dar que hablar, nada más que eso.
It's what every fighter dreams of, right? What every what every fighter sets out to do. You start building your legacy brick by brick, fight by fight, and then you get the opportunity and you gotta make the most of it because they don't come along often. And I want to show the people out there in Los Angeles and around the world that I'm a warrior and I'm out there to be a winner and to provide the fight that people want to see.
Mel, you heard Brian kind of allude to this. The rematch is in California. It's at Dignity Health Sports Park there. And listen, that venue has had some magical fights there, but it's not in Texas like the last one was. What are your thoughts of now fighting in California at Dignity? And, they do have a large Argentinian contingent there in that area.
I fought that before. I'm not worried about no crowd. He know when he in there with me, it's just me and him. We done this before, but I'm telling you, I'm a evolved Jermell Charlo. I'm a much better focused, ready to go animal, just like straight up. Like it don't matter the crowd. I've been there before. I fought that before. I fought all over the world. Like, you know what I'm saying? I got 37 fights already. That's just behind me. You got to worry about that when you're 17-0. When you're 17 or something, like you got to worry about where you fight and all the crowd, and that's the problem with him now. He let them people tell him, "Oh, you won that fight." Why? Because I didn't knock you out. Oh, because I hurt you 2 times and had you wobbling all over the ring, but I didn't knock you out. So they say you won. So that's his mindset. They got him thinking, "Oh, okay, he stood in there. Yeah, you can fight. Everybody a warrior. I'm a warrior. You're a warrior. But let's see who's gonna take that shit this time."
So Brian, listen, last time you did fight in Charlo's backyard. Now you're fighting in California.
Houston, my backyard. Houston is my backyard. San Antonio is a Hispanic city. That ain't my backyard. That's another city. But Texas is Texas, period. I represent Texas all over. But Houston is my backyard.
Got it.
You know what I'm saying? Straight
Absolutely.
Up.
Point well taken.
Don't make, let's keep it understood.
Absolutely. But now, Brian, now you get the opportunity to fight there in California. You have a large Argentinian contingent that is in that area. How much does that motivate you going into this rematch?
Ahora vas a pelear en Los Ángeles, Brian, y como pudiste escuchar, Jermell dice que está acostumbrado a pelear donde sea. Pero vos, sabiendo que seguramente va a haber un montón de argentinos copando la tribuna, cantando y alentándote, ¿qué tanto te motiva el saber que vas a tener a un contingente importante de tus compatriotas ahí?
Realmente a mí la gente no me importa. Siempre fui de visitante a pelear a todos lados, sean 10 personas, sean 3, sean 100. A mí no me importa. Realmente no me hace la diferencia. Yo voy a hacer mi trabajo y por más que vaya 20.000 personas a gritar lo que griten, yo voy a hacer mi trabajo y nada más. Realmente no me cambia, porque realmente estoy focalizado en lo que quiero hacer, en mi futuro, en la pelea. Ahora está adelante mío y lo voy a bajar. Y sea que se me ponga adelante, lo voy a partir al medio, es así, lo voy a quebrar. A mí no me importa, sea Charlo, sea cualquiera. Porque estoy focalizado en mi pelea y lo que voy a hacer. Habló de más y se lo voy a hacer pagar el 14 de mayo.
The crowd really isn't the factor for me. While I appreciate the support, it's all about me and him inside the ring. And I promise you, I'm gonna make him pay for everything that he has said and everything that happened in the first fight. I'm gonna break him. I'm gonna make him suffer, and that's all that matters. It doesn't matter if it's in front of 1, 2, 300, or 20,000 people. What I have my sights set on is him and only him. Me and him inside the ring. That's all.
Mel, your response to that, he as he talked about, he feels like he wants to make you pay for everything that you've said about him. You just give me your response to that.
I don't have no response. That's what they want me to do. They want me to be quiet. They don't want me to talk. Okay, Brian Castaño. Okay. We will see.
Let me ask you this here before we get to the media. Listen, your division is phenomenal. You have so many really good fighters there, guys who've kind of now stepped up to the forefront, whether it be Fundora, Tim Tszyu has kind of entered it. Where do you see the winner, Mel, being the undisputed champ? Do you defend the belts and stay at 154, or after becoming undisputed, would you move up?
I don't care. I just want to get this fight right here out the way. I want to show the world that it's a reason why the Charlo twins and the Jermell Charlo and why I'm where I'm at, why I'm one of the top dogs. I've been doing this way longer than this dude. I don't care if he been somewhere fighting over there. He never really ran into this brother right here. And when he see what I mean by that, he'll find out May 14th. I'm gonna say nothing. I'm gonna let him keep on thinking that it's okay and cool. Yeah, try. All right, we'll see.
Brian, last question for you. What do you see the champion? You win this fight, be undisputed. Do you stay at 154, defend the belts, or do you move up?
Brian, si ganás el título indiscutido, tenés los 4 cinturones, ¿qué pensarías hacer? ¿Preferirías quedarte en la división, defender los cinturones, o subir de división y buscar otro desafío?
Bueno, que nada, hay que pensar en esta pelea, ganar esta pelea, y ganando esta pelea, yo creo que nunca vas a poder defender los 4 cinturones. Tenés muchos retadores y el tiempo no te va a dar. Creo que se harán alguna que otra pelea con los nombres que la gente quiera, que la afición quiera, y después a trabajar. Creo que primero hay que pensar en esta pelea, y después lo que venga será bienvenido. Hay que darle a la pelea lo que pide la gente. Lo que pide la gente será dado.
So, first of all, let's stay focused on the moment. I can't look past this fight. Gotta win this fight. Then, if and when I become undisputed, yes, I would say that, defending the 4 belts is an almost impossible challenge because there are, first of all, too many challengers and there's not enough time. So, if I become undisputed, I will just say that I will go up against anybody that the public wants and please the crowd with whichever opponents they want to see me fight against in the future.
Well, listen, I know there are a number of members of the media who want to talk to you guys, so let's get right to some of their questions. Andrew Roberts is with us from Swanson Communications. Listen, members of the media, hit the raise your hand icon there on your Zoom. Andrew will acknowledge you, and then you can unmute yourself and ask the questions to either champion or both, whether it be Jermell or Brian. So, Andrew, if you would, take it away.
Thanks very much, Brian. Really appreciate it. Our first question will come from Keith Idek at Boxing Scene. Keith, please unmute yourself. You can ask your question.
Yes, I have questions for both Jermell and Brian. I'd like to start with Jermell. Jermell, he said your chin has obviously been one of your greatest strengths throughout your run here. He said he was going to knock you out. I was just wondering if you could maybe assess his power, having been in the ring 12 rounds with him, and maybe how it compares to some of the other fighters that you fought.
I can't speak on his power. That's not important to me right now. I don't care about his power. I don't care if he's stronger. I don't care about none of that. It's about skills, and we're gonna show that on the 14th. I don't care about assessing someone's power. Oh, he this and this and that. I don't know. I've been hit with harder punches than that.
Have you gone back and watched the fight several times?
Yes. I studied this time.
What did you think? The scores were all over the place, obviously. What did you think was a fair score after watching it a few times yourself?
I won the fight, period. Never letting him down on my side. I heard him way more. He made an edge a few rounds. I won the end of the fight. Won the beginning, the first couple of rounds. I don't know what y'all talking about. Simple as that. Y'all go watch the fight. Did y'all go back and watch that fight and study it round by round? What you think? Ask him.
I will. I just have one more question for you. Confidence has never been an issue for you, obviously, but how much more comfortable does it make it for you that you've been down this road before? You fought Tony Harrison the first time, then you came back and knocked him out. How much more comfortable does that make you going into this rematch, having been down that road?
Y'all know what I'm about. Y'all know what I possess in the ring. I'm comfortable. I'm comfortable even with through the storm. I was built for this. I was bred for this. This is not just some jump. I'm made for this. So I'm comfortable enough to be in this.
Thanks, Jermell. Brian, the same question to you. After going back and watching the fight, what do you think was the score of the 12-round fight?
Brian, me imagino que has vuelto y has estudiado la pelea que tuviste contra Charlo. En tu opinión, ¿cuál hubiese sido un puntaje justo, considerando que los puntajes estuvieron de un lado para el otro, no tuvieron una sintonía, que digamos? Entonces, Charlo cree que él ganó la pelea, no importa el puntaje. ¿Vos qué puntaje le hubieses dado a esa pelea?
Bueno, yo creo que la pelea la gané por 2 puntos. Si me dan un punto, no hay problema porque algún que otro round ha sido parejo. Creo que en el 11 habrá sacado una diferencia, pero eh, la pelea para mí se la gané por 1 o 2 puntos. Realmente no me gusta puntuar ni nada, pero la pelea obviamente que la vi completa, la sigo viendo. Obviamente uno tiene que ir chequeando preparándose para la siguiente pelea, ¿no?
I saw the entire fight from beginning to end too. I studied as well, and I think that I won by 1 or 2 points because the fight was close, but I was clutch enough to make the difference in those key moments where I thought I should have come out with the win.
My last question is for Brian. Could you just detail how you injured your arm in training, how much time you had to take off, and when you came back to training, you knew that you'd be able to move forward with the fight on May 14th?
¿Qué pasó? ¿Cómo te lesionaste? ¿Cómo fue que te lesionaste el bíceps? ¿Cómo te afectó en la actividad y cómo has vuelto al ruedo en el entrenamiento?
Bueno, realmente me lo lesioné en un sparring, con un sparring, un amigo que siempre me ayuda en el gimnasio acá en el Knockout Boxing. Nada, fue un desgarro en el bíceps y nada, estuve parado un mes. Estuve parado casi un mes en tratamiento mientras Charlo decía que yo que necesitaba más tiempo, que estaba consumiendo drogas para ponerme más fuerte, para bajar, no sé. Mientras él hablaba mierda, yo me estaba recuperando el brazo y tengo todos los estudios, todo, demostrando que fue así. Pero realmente, sí, me afectó en la preparación, obviamente. Necesitamos más tiempo, por eso se fue estirando, pero realmente lo rehabilité muy bien, ya lo tengo bien fuerte, gracias a Dios estoy esparreando duro y ya está bien curado, así que nada, estoy contento porque estamos trabajando y venimos muy bien para la pelea.
The injury happened during a sparring session with an old friend of mine that always helps me out. I just plain old tore my bicep, and I had to be, I had to stop everything for a month while Charlo was talking shit and saying that I was doping, that I was trying to become stronger through other means, and all I was doing was trying to recover. I have the extras, I have everything to prove that was the case. And now, coming back from that, I'm so happy because everything has been going swimmingly. Everything has been going really well. The sparring sessions have been outstanding, and I feel better than ever before May 14th.
All right. Thank you for those questions, Keith. Our next question is going to come from James Bell at the Boxing Source. James, please unmute yourself and you can ask your question.
All right. Thanks, Andrew. 2 questions, one for Jermell and one for Brian. Jermell, Showtime Sports president Steven Espinoza was saying that you were like one of the more exciting fighters out there in the 154-pound division, and that you should be appreciated for what you've been doing there at 154. Kind of like going to that in your legacy at 154, and if you get this win, how that could like put you there as far as like being the Hall of Famer, as mentioned on Saturday.
If I'm gonna be on the Hall of Fame, it's gonna be legacy fights like this one, and I look forward for it. I appreciate Steven Espinoza for giving recognition for when it's due, and giving flowers when where they be deserved. But I don't create these lists. I don't make out these rules. I just fight. You know what I'm saying? So becoming a Hall of Fame is obviously my moment, and these are the moments right now.
And my question for Brian Castaño. I know that you have this fight coming up on May 14th, but it seems like there was, the delay for the fight that was originally scheduled on March 19th, but also the previous year, like immediately after the first fight, it seemed like, the fight couldn't materialize during 2021. Kind of like going to, if possible, why the fight could not happen in 2021.
Well, you mean like why the first fight happened later in the year? What's the
The first-
question? It happened in July, so what's the question of as far as why it could happen earlier?
No, my question is, the first fight happened in July 2021. Why is it that it couldn't have happened like in late 2021, and it had to be pushed to at least March 2022 initially?
The first fight against Charlo, you mean, or against another opponent?
The first fight against Charlo.
Okay, so why couldn't it happen earlier? That's the question.
Why couldn't it happen, between like November, December of 2021?
You mean the rematch? Okay.
Correct.
So it's okay. Sorry, I was trying to understand the question fully to translate it accurately. Bueno, Brian, la pregunta es, ¿por qué la revancha contra Charlo no pudo haberse disputado como en diciembre del 2021? ¿Por qué se tardó, obviamente, primero hasta marzo y ahora hasta mayo del 2022? ¿Hubo algún factor o era simplemente el calendario?
No, simplemente el calendario, obviamente. Se ve que él estaba después de la pelea, a la primera semana, a la segunda semana se puso a entrenar de vuelta para pelear en diciembre. Realmente era algo que él quería, pero esto se arregla entre las dos partes. Y por eso arreglamos para pelear en febrero, ¿no? Así que nada, pero bueno, después vino la lesión. Pero yo no voy a pelear cuando él quiera, esto se tiene que arreglar entre las dos partes y concordar una fecha que le quede bien a los dos. Pero bueno, peleas son peleas. Ahora, por algo se estiró para esta fecha. Realmente tardó mucho tiempo, pero bueno, así son las peleas grandes y hay que esperar a que mayo 14.
It was just a matter of scheduling, nothing more than that. I know that Charlo wanted December. It was something that he wanted, but it takes both sides to come to an agreement. And we have come to the agreement to fight in March, which wasn't that far away from December anyway. Then the injury happened, and now we're fighting on May 14th, where that's what happens with big fights. It takes a little give and take. It takes negotiations. The important thing is that it's gonna happen, and that we're gonna wow the crowd on May 14th.
All right, thank you, James. Our next question is going to come from Erica Montoya with Millennial. Erica, please unmute yourself and you can ask your question.
Hi, good evening to everyone. My question is from Brian Castaño. Brian, me gustaría saber qué aprendiste de la primera pelea con Jermell y cuáles son los puntos débiles que vas a explotar para esta segunda contienda.
Brian, si quieres responder y después lo traduzco.
Ok. No, creo que no voy a andar diciendo de las estrategias de pelea. Creo que ya vimos sus ventajas, sus desventajas y estamos trabajando en eso. Realmente es cuestión ahora de hacer nuestro trabajo, que venimos haciendo todo este campamento en base a la primera pelea. Hay muchos errores que corregimos y venimos trabajando para que la pelea no llegue a los dos asaltos.
The question from Erica was, what did you learn? What lessons did you learn from the first fight, and what weaknesses do you plan to exploit from Charlo? And Brian replied that I'm not about to, expose my strategy right now, but trust me, I have been studying him closely. I have been training really hard and really well to, exploit the weaknesses that everybody saw in that first fight. Everybody saw what his strengths were in that first fight as well. It's not really a secret. So we have been training to be making sure that the fight doesn't reach 12 rounds and that we can come out victorious before the final bell rings.
Thank you, Erica. Our next question is going to come from Cole Winston with Boxing World Weekly. Cole, please unmute yourself. You can ask your question. You there, Cole? All right, we'll move on to the next one. Our next question is going to come from Cesar Seda. Cesar, please unmute yourself and you can ask your question.
César Seda por aquí, América TV, Decisión Dividida. Brian, ¿cómo tú estás? La pregunta es la siguiente. Hay una pregunta que hay que hacer acerca de tu salud. Sabemos que no fue hace mucho tiempo que se anunció sobre tu lesión del bíceps. Sabemos que a veces estas lesiones se tardan en curar o en ser para un combate. Normalmente unos meses. Una lesión parecida la tuvo Jordanis Ugas luego de su última con Pacquiao y recuperó tuvo su operación también. La pregunta es simple. ¿Estás al 100% para este combate el próximo mayo 14?
Por supuesto que sí, por supuesto que sí. Me ha tardado, ese mes que tuve parado, fue ese mes de rehabilitación, donde yo dejé de entrenar entrenaba con una sola mano, solamente con la izquierda, y en la derecha hacía la rehabilitación necesaria para sanarlo. Y gracias a Dios por nuestra condición física y realmente nos rehabilitamos bastante rápido. Lo único que aquí en Estados Unidos no te dicen de cuántos centímetros el desgarro, pero era grande. Pero realmente sanó rápido, sanó rápido. Yo creo que tiene que ver también el organismo de cada uno, el metabolismo, la alimentación, las vitaminas, creo que todo también tiene mucho que ver, ¿no? Gracias a Dios nos recuperamos rápido y nada, estamos trabajando duro para eso. Hoy en día estoy esparreando lo más normal posible, gracias a Dios, fuerte y no tengo ningún tipo de dolor. Gracias a Dios, voy a estar al 100 para la pelea, para dejar todo.
The question, no, espera, déjame traducir esta. So the question was whether Brian is 100% after his biceps injury, considering that it can be tough to rehab that kind of injury, but there is the precedent of Ugas having fought Pacquiao and then recovering to fight Spence with ample time to train. Brian was saying that absolutely I'm 100%, and I am really happy with the way that everything developed. I was away from being able to use my right hand, my right arm, really for a month. I could only train with my left arm while I rehabbed my right arm. Here in the US, they don't really tell you how long of a tear it is, but trust me, it was a really long one, and thank God that I was able to heal quickly. And you know, I truly give props to the way that my conditioning is. Nutrition, such a big key. The nutrition, the vitamins that we take, and the way that we are able to be in shape, I truly believe that helped a lot in the healing process. Go ahead, Cesar, with the next question.
Hold on, we're gonna move on here. Thank you for that, Cesar. Our next question is gonna come from Keenan Atchison with Tunnel Vision Sports. Keenan, please unmute yourself. You can ask your question.
Thank you. My first question is for Jermell. With the postponement of the first, with this upcoming rematch, since it was supposed to take place, I know you say you went back and watched the tape. When you went back and watched it again during the postponement, were there things that you didn't pick up the first time you watched the fight? You know, little things that you may have missed the first go round that you were able to pick up on.
Yeah, I've seen a few things that I should have done better, you know. And it's in me. What's crazy is those things are naturally in me. They're instilled in me. So it's like, why didn't I sharpen those tools and go back to these tools and all this other? But, you know, we'll see. We'll go when we want, you know, you'll see on the 14th. So for sure, those things I'm better at now.
And also, last question is for both of you guys. You know, at 140, 150, 154, no man has ever held all four of the titles. What does it mean for both of you guys for your legacy?
I need it. I need it. I need it. It's a need. You can't go to God without having something you need. You ain't nobody. I need that.
Brian, ¿qué significaría para vos ser el primer campeón indiscutido de la división de las 154 libras y por qué es algo que anhelás tanto? Charlo acaba de decir, es algo que necesita, es algo que anhela. ¿Y vos por qué sentís que anhelás esta distinción?
Yo creo que es el sueño de todo peleador, de todo boxeador, llegar a ser campeón de los 4 cinturones. Es un sueño para todos. Creo que no cualquiera unifica, y esta es la posibilidad. Y realmente uno en la cúspide de su carrera, en su mejor momento, quiere demostrar y pelear con los mejores.
You will be making a dream come true, simple as that. And then when you're at the prime of your career and you have a chance like this, you better seize it. You better not let it go because it doesn't come around often. Being undisputed is not just for anybody. So when you're in that position to be a chosen one in this sport, you better take advantage of it, and I plan to do so.
All right. Thank you for that, Keenan. Next up, Diego Maria with ringtv.com. Diego, please unmute yourself and you can ask your question.
Hello, everyone. This question is for both fighters. I'm going to ask it in both languages. In the first fight, you both got a taste of each other's power and boxing skills. It was a fight that had a lot going in every department. With all that knowledge that you acquired from each other, how hard did you have to work on a new game plan for a rematch? And especially, how much of that game plan are you neglecting by betting on a knockout? La pregunta, Brian, es, en la primera pelea, los dos probaron la potencia y la habilidad del otro, ¿no? Fue una pelea que tuvo mucho en todos los departamentos. Con todo ese conocimiento, ¿qué tantos cambios o qué tanto tuviste que trabajar para un nuevo plan de pelea en la revancha? ¿Y cuánto de eso estás negando o estás dejando de lado para apostar todo al knockout?
Yo creo que el knockout viene solo. El knockout viene solo en base al trabajo que uno hace, ¿no? Creo que hemos trabajado muy fuerte, como en todos los campamentos. Yo siempre trabajo muy fuerte, trato de dejar el 100 en cada entrenamiento y nada, peleas son peleas. Esto es así, uno va a dejar el 100% arriba del ring y va a dar todo. Obviamente que el knockout viene solo. Es así, yo voy a trabajar, voy a hacer mi trabajo. Si se cae antes del 12, bien, si no lo voy a moler a palo los 12 rounds. Es así.
Okay, Jermell?
No, but what is translated? I didn't hear what he said.
Yeah, I asked the question in English first. Basically, with all the knowledge that
I was sorry, I was going to
gained from
translate.
both-
No,
I'm sorry.
yeah,
sorry. Yeah.
no, it's okay. The knockout comes on its own, really. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna try to knock him out before the 12 rounds are over. And if that doesn't happen, then I'm just gonna beat him up for 12 rounds. So it's really about not forcing the knockout, letting things flow, and I'm gonna fight the way I know how to fight for 12 rounds. Go ahead, Jermell.
It's like all we got to do is just listen to our team, stick with our coaches, and we focus. You know what I'm saying? And the knockout gonna come. For me, I don't got to try for stuff like that. I'm with you. They need to be worried about me knocking him the fuck out. Like they worried about him knocking me out. He gonna see get run into a trap, and you'll understand that by later. We'll talk about that after the fight.
Thank you, Diego. Our last question is going to come from Terrell Van with Fight V360. Terrell, you can unmute yourself. Please ask your question.
Martín, no sé ni lo que dijo. ¿Me traducimos?
¿Qué cosa? ¿Qué sabe lo que lo dijo Jermell? Ok, lo que dijo Jermell es que el knockout que él tampoco va a buscar el knockout, que él va a hacer su pelea y que va a demostrar dentro del ring de lo que es capaz. ¿Le querés responder algo o no? O simplemente vamos a la próxima pregunta.
Que no lo demostró en la primera pelea, que necesita pelea y pelea para ir demostrando cosas.
Look, Charlo, to what you just said, you didn't show what you just said in the first fight. So let's see what happens in the second fight, because what you were just saying about the knockout and everything, you really didn't show it in that first fight.
He hit me with a good shot in the third round. Never put me down, but I had him bagging up. Thought he was a relentless guy. It's okay. We gonna prove what we talking about when it come out on May 14. We gonna see. We gonna see if you gonna be that guy that knocked Jermell Charlo out. Okay, we gonna see. We understand that we hear you. You didn't knock me out in the fucking fight either. So what you talking about?
Vos tampoco me noqueaste, así que no sé de qué estás hablando.
Who got hurt more?
Sorry.
Who got hurt more? Ask him that. Who got hurt for real?
¿Quién sufrió más daño en esa pelea, Brian? ¿Quién fue el que sufrió más durante los 12 rounds? Y yo no creo que vos fuiste el que sufrió más, que tuviste un buen golpe en el tercer round, pero que no lo tumbaste tampoco de una manera decisiva, que que vos tampoco te pudiste dominar de la manera en que querías y que él en realidad te hizo más daño de lo que vos le hiciste a él.
Solo 3 rounds. Only 2 rounds.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
hit you 9.
Nine, nigga, third.
¿Está
Nine
diciendo
round.
que,
Yeah.
está diciendo
dice
que lo
que
vas a
tres?
noquear en el tercer round?
Yeah. Yeah.
No.
Good
Le
shot.
dije que,
Okay, good shot with it.
le
Look,
pegué 9 rounds. 9 rounds le pegué. Y él sabe que 9 rounds
11
perdió.
round, 12 round, you was almost out of there too. 11 round and 12 round.
He's saying that he hit you hard for 9 rounds and that you barely hit him for 2 or 3 round stops. That he was dominating the fight for over 2/3 of it.
He didn't win all of them rounds. That mean he would have won the fight if only won 2 rounds.
I think I should fill some gas.
Y él dice que vos ganaste 2 rounds nada más. Que, o sea, si no, pues hubiese ganado la pelea.
You the one to fight then.
¿Qué pelea viste? No sé qué pelea vio. Él sigue viendo la pelea y él la sigue viendo ganador. Yo no entiendo. No entiendo qué pelea ve.
I don't know what kind of fight you saw. I don't know how you can see the fight through rose-colored glasses and still see yourself the winner, because I truly don't get it. I don't know what fight you're seeing where you see yourself winning so clearly in that first fight.
I tell you what,
Man, I'm
folks.
done talking. That nigga don't even
Yeah,
speak English. I'm done talking.
Hey, look, this is great. This
Yeah,
is why you got to have a rematch of this magnitude. Two great champions who are going to prove who's the best at 154, and it comes your way May 14th on Showtime Championship Boxing. Guys, as we wrap this up, I want to thank all the members of the media for jumping in. I always like to give guys just one last opportunity. Brian, we'll start with you. We'll wrap this up. Give members of the media and everyone watching, give us a reason why we need to be tuned in to Showtime Championship Boxing on May 14th.
Decinos, Brian, por qué la gente no se puede perder esta pelea el 14 de mayo por Showtime en Los Ángeles, que vayan a la cancha, que sintonicen por Showtime. ¿Por qué no se la pueden perder?
Como dije en la primera pelea, esta pelea va a ser una guerra. Tanto él como yo vamos a dejar todo arriba del ring. Yo hablo por mí, ¿no? Pero yo voy a dejar todo, voy a tratar de conquistar las 4 coronas y a eso voy, a dar una guerra, como siempre lo hago en cada pelea. No se la pueden perder porque es una pelea electrizante.
You don't want to miss it because it's going to be an electrifying fight. It's going to be a war. I can only speak for myself, but I'm going in there to come out with 4 belts. That's going to be the objective, and you're not going to want to miss this all-out war where we're both going to go for it all.
Unified champ, give you the final word here. Let the people know why they need to be tuned in to Showtime Championship Boxing on May 14th.
I know I'm on a whole other level, and I know that I'm going to present myself when it's time. May 14th, I'm going to peak at the right time. I'm going to be ready. I'm going to be nothing that he could do, nothing he gonna say. Let the people stay in your ear. They your champions, because they ain't never boxed. Those people that's in here, they ain't got hit by me. I'm gonna be dangerous. I'm gonna be dangerous. Simple as that. I'm gonna be that Jermell Charlo.
Folks, it goes down May 14th, Showtime Championship Boxing, a 3-fight card. You've got Boo Sinnott, Castillo, Clayton. It's the co-main event. Emmanuel Rivera taking on Kevin Gonzalez. That'll kick things off at 9 p.m. Eastern, 6 o'clock Pacific time. But then you have the main event. To be undisputed at 154, the winner will be the first undisputed champion at 154 in this 4-belt era. And it comes down to the unbeaten Brian Castaño, 17-0-2 out of Buenos Aires, Argentina, taking on Houston's very own Iron Man, the unified champ, Jermell Charlo.
From the USA. From the USA.
From the WBA, the WBC, the IBF world champion. And of course, you know, his trainer is Derek James. Listen, one of the best trainers in boxing, who just coming off a victory against your Dennis Ugas. It should be an electric night there in California at the Dignity Health Sports Park. You can get your tickets at AXS.com. AXS.com. It's being promoted by Lions Only Promotion and, of course, TGB Promotions. Gentlemen, best of luck on May 14th. Can't wait to see both of you warriors in the ring. We want to thank everybody for joining us here on this press conference. We will see you May 14th in California.
The recording has stopped.
Woo! Oh man. Ooh, good stuff. Good stuff. Man, I see, let's see, Mel and 7. See a lot of people, another Mel and 7. Oh, same person. Castano tripping if he thought he won 9 rounds. Let's see. He only won 8 rounds. Oh man. Castano won the first fight. Who do you guys had winning the first fight? Actually, let me put that in the chat. Let me put that question in the chat. But yeah, who did you guys have winning the first fight? Man. Woo, it's gonna be good. It's gonna be good. You know, Charlo. It's a great fight. This is what I'm talking about with guys at the very top. You know, fights. I feel like I'm hella zoomed in. You know, fights are close. Fights are close. This one's gonna be good. This one's gonna be good. Someone put bitty bitty bum bum. Let's see. It was a great close fight. Yeah, it was. It was. I think it's gonna be another great fight. Man, it's close. It's close. It's very close to call. Charlo, you know, the only rematch that he's had, you know, looks sensational. He knocked Tony Harrison out, right? So he gets better the second time around with a guy. I don't think Castaño's had a rematch. So, you know, we don't know how he looks, but you know, a lot of people had him winning the first fight. Christian Vera had him winning the first fight. Appreciate you guys all commenting. Appreciate the like, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. If you can, if you are so inclined, I appreciate it. If you want to hit the super chat. Your boy's going to Australia. Your boy's going to Australia. Booked it. Woo! Booked it this week. So yeah, if you guys, you know, want to send the blessing of a super chat, I appreciate it. You know, it all helps. You know, we do this stuff out of the love. Obviously making some money, but man, Australia's it's looking like 2 G's just travel. So not even you know, what food and other stuff. So if you can, I appreciate any little bit helps. But thank you guys for that. Those of you who do hit the super chat, appreciate you. Yeah, it's a good fight. It's a good fight. Man, there's hella good fights coming up. Starting, I mean, it basically already started with last week. What was last week? Oh yeah, Spence Ugas. The week before that, Ryan versus Tego. Obviously, we got Tyson versus Dillian White. Valdez versus Stevenson, another great one. Canelo comes back against Bivol, 175-pound champion Bivol. And then we got this fight, this rematch, Charlo versus Castaño. Week after, David Benavidez, Lemieux. Week after that, what's a week after that? Rolly versus Tank. And then week after that, I'll show you, baby. Kambosos versus Devin Haney. And I want to say it's only like 2 weeks after that, and then it's the light heavyweight guys, Beterbiev and Joe Smith. So the goal is to go to all of that, man. I'm trying to give you guys content from all that stuff. I'm definitely going to all of it up until August. Well, I'm not going to Fury, but But every weekend after that, stay tuned to the channel, hit the subscribe button, hit the bell icon, because I'm gonna be hitting all of those. So, again, if you guys want to hit the super chat, I appreciate it. Definitely, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, hit the bell icon so you guys get notified when I put out content. Always bringing you guys exclusive content. I got some stuff I'm gonna work on today, some Terrence and Spence predictions that I got years of that stuff, so I got to go back and see all the people I got talking about that. But we got some good stuff coming up, so yeah, it's gonna be good. Man, run down your winners for me for the next few fights. So we got what? Tyson White. What's the week after that? Oh, Valdez Stevenson. Put him in the chat for me. Canelo, Bivol. Anyone picking the upset on that one? So week after that, Castaño Charlo 2. David Lemieux. David Benavidez versus David Lemieux. David versus David. Tank Roley. Kambosos Haney. And let's wrap it up with what's the last one? The light heavyweights I just said. Beterbiev versus Joe Smith. What do you guys think? What do you guys got in those? I'm hyped. I'm hyped that it's like boxing season. We don't really have one, but feels like it now. It's gonna be good. I'm hyped to see all these fights happen. That was some good kind of heated stuff. I kind of like that they're like lightweight mad at each other now, because the first time they were real respectful, and that was cool, but nah. Nah, I want a little dramatization. You know what I'm saying? Need a little something. I need a little spice. Being that this fight is for undisputed, and we need a little sizzle to this one. You know what I'm saying? Appreciate you guys watching. Thank you guys. Like I said, I'll be bringing you guys content. Appreciate all the feedback too. So you guys want to comment, things you guys want to see, people you want me to talk to, things like that, ways I can improve the channel, stuff like that. It's all, I take a lot of constructive criticism. So I appreciate you guys. Again, if you guys hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. Appreciate you guys all watching. Yeah, a lot of fights coming up. A lot of, it's gonna be good. I'm excited. Man, I can't wait to kind of get on the road and get this content for you guys. If you guys, who here has watched the game? I want to know if you guys want to see more of the game. Man, I meant to take it with me to Earl Spence's gym on Monday. I would have had Earl play the game, but I was real focused on making sure I got the interview good. So I saw a lot of you watch my interview with Earl Spence, talked about, Terrence, talked about Terrence moving up, facing Jermell, talked about, Canelo. Obviously, he got his day that day. April 16th is now Earl Spence Day in Dallas, which is super dope. Talked about almost getting charged by a bull when his bull's on his farm. So it was a good interview. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Thank you guys for watching the content. Appreciate y'all. And like I said, I'm be on the road for the next couple of weeks. So if you can, hit the super chat whenever you can, for sure. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, hit the bell icon. Want to give you guys the best content I can. So thank you guys for watching. I always appreciate it. Man, I haven't been on my StreamYard in a while. I think I got rid of some of my stuff. I used to have some cool stuff on here. Man, I did get rid of my stuff. That is a whack. Let's see. I wanted to hit you guys with the outro, but it doesn't look like I'm gonna be able to. So thank you guys. Appreciate you guys watching. And yeah, until next time, I will see you guys. Thank you guys for watching the content. I really see the uptick in my algorithm. So I know you guys are watching. I know you guys are liking the video. So appreciate it. Thank you so much. I'm very, very grateful to be able to do this, man. I tell everyone, I tell everyone, man, I'm just a fan, blessed to be able to do what I do. So I appreciate the support. I appreciate the all the likes, all the views, all that stuff. So thank you guys. And again, if you can, if you're blessed enough to be able to hit the super chat and bless me with that, going to Australia. So I need the help. So I appreciate it. Texas made, born and raised. Castano wins via decision. Man, maybe. It's a close fight. It's a very close fight. It's of all the great fights that we have coming up, it might be the most evenly matched. Because I'm trying to think, like Tyson White, White's cool. But it is Tyson Fury. I mean, he's a generational heavyweight, but it is boxing. Who knows, But as far as on paper going in, I feel that Charlo Castaño is the best one. Oh, well, Valdez Stevenson. But even then, I feel like most people kind of have Stevenson edging that out. They give Valdez a chance. He has a lot of heart. Valdez has proved people wrong before against Burchell. People thought Valdez was going to get washed by Burchell, and he annihilated him. A lot of people thought that, and so a lot of people think Shakur's gonna wash Valdez, and not so fast. You know what I mean? Not so fast. Valdez is a real deal. He could hit hard. They got Eddie Reynoso game planning in that corner. Does Shakur have enough pop to keep Valdez off of him? There's a lot of questions going into that one too. So maybe Valdez Shakur is another kind of one that is pretty evenly matched. But I do still see most people tell me Stevenson. With Charlo and Castaño, I get kind of it down the middle. You know what I mean? I get it kind of cut down the middle, like it's 50-50. It's I get a lot of 50-50s, I guess. Because it is that kind of fight. What do we have after Benavidez versus Lemieux? I mean, Benavidez is on a tear right now. If Lemieux were to do something, that might be the biggest upset of all of them. Tank versus Rolly. I think, again, most people have Tank. Most people I've talked to have Tank. Everyone says Rolly has that shot, though. Everyone says, Rolly could hit. Rolly's confidence is through the roof. Rolly could crack. Rolly gets up to like 185 pounds or something like that too. So to make 135, that boy's got some pop. He's gonna have some pop behind his punches. I tell people all the time he has like a Mayorga's chance of winning. You know what I'm saying? Like Mayorga on paper should have never beat Vernon Forrest, let alone twice, and he beat him twice. So I've seen crazier things. What's after that? Oh, Kambosos Haney is probably a 50-50 fight. I see a lot of people leaning towards Devin, but Kambosos, the cat's out of the bag. You know what I mean? He's good. He's fast. He hits pretty hard. Determination is crazy. He's going to be home in front of like is that a rugby stadium or a soccer stadium or something like that they're fighting in? Which, thank God I'm going to be there. So, again, if you can hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, hit the bell icon. If you can, hit your boy with the super chat, because every little bit helps. Every little bit helps. And I'm going to Australia, and I'm trying to come back not broke. You know what I'm saying? So any little bit helps. Appreciate you guys watching. Oh, we got some good fights. Oh, I can't wait for all these good fights we got going on. I'm gonna work on some prediction videos because I got like hella predictions from a lot of different people. So my lighting is not the best up in her. But yeah, it's gonna be good. It's gonna be good. What do you guys think of Fedora's performance too against Jermell or against Lubin? That was a crazy fight. Fedora. I'm gonna visit Castaño tomorrow, I think. What questions do you guys have for Castaño? I am gonna ask him about Fedora. Seems a little heated this time too, so I'm gonna ask him, you know, kind of how that changes the complexion of the fight. Man, it's a good time to be a boxing fan. It's a good time to be a boxing journalist too. So yeah, I'm hyped. I'm hyped. Thank you guys. Appreciate you guys all watching. And yeah, I will see you at the fights. Thank you so much. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button again. And if you can, hit the super chat because I could use it. I could use it. Going to Australia. And yeah, it's a big gamble, but it's going to pay off. So thank you guys. Just please continue to keep watching. Continue to like the videos. Share with your people who like boxing. And we're going to get this. So thank you so much, y'all. Appreciate you guys for watching. And stay tuned for the content later on today. I'll be shooting up some videos, probably like some prediction videos with Earl and Terrence, and just I got a bunch of stuff going on for the last. I've been gone for like 2 weeks, so got a lot of content. So appreciate y'all. Thank you so much, and I will see you guys. See you guys in the next one.